My boss used our charity to scam donors, but when I exposed her, she framed me for theft, nearly ruining my life. It all started when I got hired at my boss's charity foundation. I was excited because I always wanted a job where I could help people. My boss, Karen, seemed super nice at first. She always smiled, wore fancy clothes, and talked about how important it was to make a difference. We threw big fundraising events that raised tons of money for kids who needed help with school supplies, food, and medical care. I felt good about going to work every day, but soon I started noticing weird things. Karen would come to work with brand new designer bags almost every week. Her cars kept getting nicer, and she even mentioned buying a vacation home at the beach. I knew running a charity could pay well, but something felt off. One afternoon, I was helping organize paperwork in Karen's office when I saw a bank statement sitting on her desk. My eyes froze on the numbers. They didn't match the reports we shared at our meetings. My chest tightened, and my stomach churned. I quickly snapped a picture with my phone before Karen walked back in. After that, I couldn't shake the feeling something was seriously wrong. Every day, I secretly took screenshots of receipts and bank transfers when no one was around. Each time my heart pounded, scared Karen would walk in and catch me. I hid everything in a secret email folder labeled recipes, thinking it would keep anyone from noticing. Karen had a nasty temper when people got too nosy. She once screamed at my coworker Josh so badly he quit the next day. I couldn't risk that happening to me. As weeks turned into months, the evidence piled up. Donations meant for hungry and sick kids were secretly flowing straight into Karen's pockets. I felt disgusted but also determined to do something about it, but I had to move carefully. Karen grew suspicious. She watched me closely during meetings, her sharp eyes piercing into me whenever we talked about finances. She started asking random questions about my weekends, trying to figure out if I was hiding anything. One day, I walked into my office and found Karen sitting in my chair, scrolling through my computer. I froze, cold sweat running down my back. "Looking for something?" I asked nervously. She turned slowly, smiling, but her eyes icy cold. "Just checking something real quick," she said, her voice sweet but dangerous. "You don't mind, right?" My heart hammered as I shook my head, faking a smile. When she left, I quickly checked my email. She hadn't found the secret folder, but I knew I was running out of time. Then came the biggest charity gala of the year. Karen glowed in her sparkling gown, smiling brightly for the cameras and wealthy donors. My stomach twisted as she stood on stage, talking about all the wonderful work we supposedly did. My hands trembled holding my laptop, filled with proof of her lies. It felt like my whole life hinged on this moment. When Karen paused, taking in the applause, I forced myself onto the stage. My legs felt weak, my breathing shallow. Every pair of eyes turned toward me. Karen's expression changed instantly, her eyes narrowing sharply. My hands shook as I plugged my laptop into the big projector screen. "What are you doing?" Karen hissed quietly, her voice icy with threat. I didn't answer. Instead, pictures flashed onto the screen behind her. Evidence of fake receipts, bank transfers, and her lavish spending appeared in bright detail. Gasps filled the room. Karen's face twisted with rage and panic. She grabbed the microphone, shouting furiously, "She's stealing our charity's donations! Stop her!" Instantly, whispers broke out, and people pointed fingers. I felt dizzy, unable to speak as security roughly pulled me from the stage. Karen watched with cold satisfaction as they dragged me out. My protests fell on deaf ears. Within hours, the accusations were everywhere. Friends and coworkers stopped answering my calls. My parents called, confused and hurt. "How could you?" my dad asked, disappointment heavy in his voice. I lost everything overnight. My job, my friends, even my family's trust. I felt hopeless, trapped by Karen's lies. Weeks turned into months. No one would hire me. My name was poison. But one night, Josh called out of nowhere. "I believe you," he said firmly. Hope surged through me for the first time in ages. Josh helped me share the evidence with others who slowly realized the truth. Bit by bit, people started listening again. Together, we went to the police. The investigation was slow and painful, each day filled with anxiety. But finally, Karen was arrested.